After a net profit of $18 million in the 2012 fiscal year, Kenya Airways' margins were wiped out the following year by a combination of lower European traffic, given advisories around Kenya's general elections in March, and concerns about terror attacks by Al-Shabaab. To date, coverage of recent terror attacks in Kenya do remain a sore point for Titus Naikuni.
One thing I must say is that, I'm sorry to have to say, the media, I think you're becoming enemies of this country. Because it's not that bad such that you tell someone not to come to Kenya because of a bomb that is somewhere. If you look at what happens, say, like in the United States, in Chicago, it's every day there's something, but people still go.
Perceptions of Kenya's relative safety aside for the moment, the airline's half-year results point to return to profitability. In the 6 months to September 2013, the airline reported over $4 million in net profits compared to a loss of over $50 million in the same period in 2012. The recovery, however, is far from complete.
We've experienced challenges in Egypt, and that's why we stopped flying there. But that's a temporary situation. As soon as the whole area normalizes so that people don't feel that there's an issue in going to Egypt, then we'll fly. The next thing that hit us was, of course, the Euro crisis. And although Europe is starting to come out of it, especially the UK, the effects are still being felt at the moment.
If there's one thing the airline is not short of, it's capacity. This aircraft has been christened the Great Rift Valley. She's the first of 9 different Dreamliners that are due to Kenya Airways from Boeing. Another 5 will be coming in the course of the year for every month between June and October. The remaining 3, however, will be coming in 2015, and they can't come soon enough. Kenya Airways has waited for 4 years in order to get their hands on this aircraft. So then, traffic is looking up and the airline is aggressively expanding its fleet. But some investors are still quite averse to Kenya Airways' growth story. In the last 3 years, Kenya Airways shares have never recovered above the rights issue price of 14 shillings a share. Are investors perhaps undervaluing the company unfairly, I ask?
I don't know. I cannot speak for the stock exchange. If I knew, I would go and fix it. I knew what the reason is, but I don't know.
As long as the business runs well, makes profits, and shareholders and clients are satisfied, Mr. Naikuni tells me he's done his part. After 11 years in charge, Titus Naikuni will be leaving Kenya Airways at the end of 2014. Having grown Kenya Airways from a loss-making offshoot of East African Airways into one of Africa's dominant and consistently profitable carriers, his successor will have some pretty big shoes to fill. Ramanyang, CCTV, Nairobi, Kenya.